Got in, cool. Okay, all right, everybody. Now, as I share, if you've got any question, please feel free to pop your questions in the group chat here at Zoom. And of course, majority of questions that you can always afterwards, share on our Facebook group, because our coaching is all going to be happening in the Facebook group, because majority of you are not have not done any TLS before. That's why I thought it would be good for us to actually have a TLS Zoom preparation before we actually dive right into our Facebook group. But generally, our 30-day jumpstart, or in the past we call it Get Lean During Quarantine. In fact, it's still quarantine, isn't it? That we actually do it on Facebook alone. No WhatsApp, only those that are doing my longer training and coaching, 8 weeks or 12 weeks, we do it on WhatsApp group. So now this is actually what's happening. So basically, just to give you a bit of a heads up, in a nutshell, as to explain what the Transitions Lifestyle System 30-day Jumpstart is about, is for, I assume all of you, because you've already committed to doing this, that want fast results for 30 days. And we have 2 phases. First phase is the detox phase, which is the first 7 days. And then the second phase, which is the last 3 weeks of the 30 days, being the fat burning phase, okay? And then of course, after 30 days, we still will continue on with any other menu plan, which we can determine. I know that a majority of you have already done the weight management profile, but if you haven't, it will only be happening after the 30 days anyway, so you've got plenty of time. All right, so hang on, I've got a message. Maybe you can't get in. Oh, okay, I'll just send her just give me a sec, a direct link, a direct number to get in. For some reason, don't get in. Just a sec.
Katie, I got in now.
Oh, Amy, you're here.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
Well done.
Thank you.
All right, no problem. Okay, so this 30 days will help you commit and has everything you need with the kit. So basically, I know that not all of you will be getting the kit, but because, if you are an unfranchised owners, you probably already have some of the isotonics, including the OPC3, the multivitamin, and the aloe. But then the rest, if you haven't got, I would highly, highly recommend that you order them ASAP, which I'll go through what they are. I'm sure that majority of you would know already things like the isochrome and the nutrition shakes, okay? So basically now here is our Facebook group. So every single one of you are already in the group, except Connie's new guests, Mary and the other 2 ladies. They are not in yet, so make sure that they register, and then we'll go through the process and admit them into our Facebook group. Okay, Connie? So what I will do right now is to go through a little bit about the Facebook group, because that is really something I want to draw your attention to, and that is our Facebook group. So you, TLS 30-day Jumpstart. Here we are. So basically, as you look at this, I want you to take a look at some of the features that particularly are very important to you. I would encourage you from today, every single day till the end of this program, which is pretty much the end of July, to come into this Facebook group to be able to be kept accountable and learn new things. But at the same time, every single day, if you can actually post your food and your the first week and then second week on your exercise as much as you can, because the more you interact in this group, I can assure you, the more you'll get good results. If you want accountability, if you want support, and if you want peer support and mentoring and my feedback to you, then coming to this group is of paramount importance. Okay, so as you can see here, on the right-hand side, you see popular topics in posts. Now, this is a very important features that I would definitely love for you to be aware of. Right now, I've already established a few topics, including program guide, including detox, because we're starting with detox this week, and then recipe. And then later on, I will add things like testimonials, videos, as well as a lot more information about lifestyles and different things. So come on here to click at the different topics that you find will be useful for you. So that's the first thing. Now, the second thing is on,
Kitty,
yeah.
we can't see your slides.
Can't you?
No.
Oh, I'm so sorry. How come, huh? Okay.
We're just seeing your lovely face, Kitty.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I think I've not shared my screen. All right, so here we are. Okay. Can you see? Can you see?
Yes.
Yep, can see them now.
Great, thanks, Sarah. Okay, here we are. I'm so sorry. Okay, I don't know why I didn't share the screen. So here, what was I was talking about when you come into the TLS 30-day Jumpstart coaching group, okay? The first thing to be aware of is look at popular topics in post, which is right underneath and next to the post, okay? So can you all see that? And so basically that is something that you need to be paying attention to. So whatever things that you want to learn about, let's say, you know, detox, then you click on that poll, that topic, and then you will see all the posts that I have in regards to detox. So things like, you know, the tips on acing the first week of detox, and then I've got a wonderful leader of director of TLS sharing about in a video what you need to be mindful of when you're preparing for your detox week, the 3 C's. So when you have time today, tomorrow, before you start on Wednesday, to watch this, okay? So that is the detox. And then I've got things that are very, very important. Every single one of you need to be going through this, and that is a program guide, okay? The first thing about the program guide is this very important document called 30-day Jumpstart booklet. So when you go to the Facebook group, what you need to do is to download that. I would recommend that you post it, save it onto your desktop and on a folder. And so that way you will be able to follow this booklet. Now, this booklet is very important. I'm going to go through this with you. So what I've done is I've actually put my booklet into a folder. So you should do the same. So download it on the desk, on your Facebook, and then look at it. So now I'm going through this booklet with you. Every single one of you need to be very, very across what is in this booklet, okay? For those of you who actually get the kit, which I don't believe, apart from one person that can't make it, who is my customer, the other people, all of you should be able to get whatever that you don't have already. Then you don't need to buy the kit. But in the kit, if you were to get the kit, you should actually get this booklet in a physical format. But this one is actually a soft copy, and you can either print it out, which I would recommend, or you can just use it on your desktop. So this is it, okay? So I'm gonna go through this. Ready, set, and go. Creating your success has never been easier. So follow this booklet and look at the overview with the first phase as the detox cleanse, which is the first 7 days. And then the second phase from day 8 to day 30 is your fat burning, okay? And then jumpstart strategy is very important for you all to be aware of starting Wednesday when you start your detox, is to get plenty of sleep, no skipping meals, no alcohol. You need to drink plenty of water, at least 2 liters or 8 glasses, and also use spices and fresh herbs as much as possible to enhance your meals. And no grains, no starches or dairy. No, all of these 3 things are not to be had for whole of your 30 days, including the fat burning. No sugar and artificial sweeteners. And as much as possible, try and use raw or lightly steamed or grilled vegetables, okay? And then the tips for taking before and after photo. Now, this is something that you all need to be doing. Take your photo on day 1, which is Wednesday, the 1st of July. How you do it is basically take one that is facing the front, one that is on the side, one at the back. So show your full body from head to toe. Get someone to take this photo for you. Day 1, and then on day 30, at the end of July, take another photo so that you can compare your before and after. If you are comfortable to post that into the Facebook group, that's good, because that will mean that you are being held accountable in the group. But I'm so well aware, having helped hundreds and hundreds of people do TLS, that majority of people might not be that comfortable yet. Then you can send it to me via either WhatsApp or Messenger. But I would love every single one of you, being your coach, I would love you to send your before photos so that I can be able to, I can hold you accountable. So do that. And then, ditch the diets for good, meaning, we don't actually look for diets. Diets start with the first 3-letter die, right? So make sure that you are developing a lifestyle. So the checklist is to, before Wednesday, clean out all the junk you have in your house, in your cupboard, any junk food, any food that might not be helpful for you, ditch them, okay? Then make sure that you go grocery shopping for the foods that will be included in your detox week, and then make additional copies of the tracking sheet so that you can actually send the tracking to me for feedback and for accountability. And also tell your friends and family you're doing this, because if you are able to do that, then you have another level of accountability, so that they can support you as well. At the moment, I'm actually in the middle of doing a 12-week program. This is week 7. I've got 4 people out of 22 that have been posting daily on their Facebook group, their own profile, to share with people. These 4 people, I tell you, are the best students of mine, because they are being held accountable, they are being supported by their community of friends, and they are not shy to share their struggles and stuff like that. And people like that are the ones that will be getting the better results. I know that majority of people will say to me, it's actually a bit difficult because I'm shy. That's okay if you're shy, but I tell you, if you're not shy to share how you're going, not only will you get good results, when you come out at the other end of this program, you can be a coach just like me, because then people see that you've transformed. So that is something to be considered, okay? So share your success on social media. And so the 30-day Jumpstart, first 7 day, you need your ultimate aloe juice. Some of the product testimonials, you can have a look at that later on if you like. And additional TLS products, I will go through them, which if you want, I can help you further. This will be something you can order from Global as well. And so basically the Jumpstart guide is here in the booklet, telling you exactly what you can do and follow the system. When you wake up, you would have 2 servings of OPC3, 1 serving of multivitamin first, then wait 15 minutes. I mean, if you're taking the daily essential kits or other isotonics, keep on taking them. And then you take the aloe juice after that, and then squeeze, half a lemon with 1 cup of warm water, because that will wake up your metabolism. So very important to have that. And then you can have breakfast after that, 1 serving of fruit, 1 serving of protein, 3 servings of vegetable. And very important, while you are having your mid-morning snack, is to add another cup of water. You can add the aloe in there if you want to as well. And then 1 serving of fruit, lunch, 2 cups of water, 1 serving of good fat, and 3 servings of vegetable. The thing is that as long as you can actually accommodate, the total number of vegetables, protein, and good fats, and then that's good. Afternoon snack, so all of that, you just follow that in the booklet, okay? Very important rules, as I've shared previously, is no coffee, no soft drinks, no caffeinated beverages, no dairy, no grains, no starches, no alcohol, okay? And make sure that you don't do any strenuous exercise in the beginning, because the first 7 days, I would love for you to just rest more, because, while you are going through detox, you need to be resting to help your body cleanse and being able to get to a good state before you start your fat burning. Then and only then you start your exercise. Okay, and then of course vegetables, you can have as much as you like. Fruit for the first 7 days is only 3 servings. 2 servings of protein, okay, and then 2 servings of good fat. Then when you come to the 2nd week to the 4th week, which is fat burning, which is phase 2. You will then, do similar things like what you have done in the first week with 2 OPC3, 1 multivitamin, and if you're taking, calcium and B, continue with those, that's good. Then you will continue. If you actually want to, it's very, very advisable to continue with your lemon with warm water, because no matter what you're doing, whether you're detoxing or fat burning, it's good to have lemon warm water anyway, because it will actually wake up your metabolism to help you burn more fat. Then you will have your breakfast and mid-morning snack, lunch, afternoon snack, supplement, very important. You can take your isochrome after your afternoon snack before dinner, okay? And then 2 cups of water. So as long as you take 8 cups of water during the day, that's good. But this is actually a really good system if you follow that. Then 2nd week to the 4th week onwards, you will do exercise. So that's what we will be sharing some videos as to what type of exercise will be suitable for you. The rule is with the 2nd phase fat shredder, no sugar, no dairy, no grains and starches, and no alcohol. And you can start having coffee from the 2nd week onwards. All right, so the food servings is 8 to 12 servings of vegetables, 3 to 4 servings of protein, and 2 servings of good fats. Now, here are the power foods. So for those of you who haven't done your shopping for your detox, these are the foods that you will be purchasing as your power food to get ready for your 30 days and your detox, okay? So all of those vegetables that you can see there are the ones that you will be ordering and purchasing for your food. So if any of the vegetables that are not in here, then I would recommend that you don't buy, because there are a lot of choices here already. Okay, in terms of good fats, you can have olive oil, avocado, coconut, or grapeseed oil. Avocado is good for you. You can have half as a medium avocado as 1 serving of your good fat. Then, after that, fruit is 1 serving. You can see it's either a medium-sized fruit or a handful. So let's say if it is any berries, strawberries, blueberries, or like grapes, then it's like a handful, And then proteins, so anything that are recommended there, when you go shopping, you take if you print out your booklet here, you can shop and just follow, the power foods there, okay? So that is basically what the booklet is all about. It's very, very important that you go through that. If you've got a hard copy, that is even better. I have a hard copy here when I first ordered. I don't know where you can see me here. That's it. But if you don't, you can either print it out. I think that would be best. But otherwise, if you have it on your phone or laptop, when you go shopping, you can go through it. So that I've already uploaded into our Facebook group, so you can download that. All right. And the other thing, if you take a look at files, on the left-hand side, you can see files. These are very, very important information that I've listed there, including the recipes. This is an amazing recipes that you can follow. Every single dish there is really, really good for you during this next 30 days. So you can follow that. If you're not someone that is creative or you don't know how to cook properly, then these recipes are pretty simple. And the other thing is, when I did a TLS overview with Connie has some really great suggestions. So I would recommend that if you haven't, watch that video of our TLS overview with the detox recommendation, where Connie talks a lot about the different recipes. Look at that again. And the other one is the tracking sheets. Now, tracking sheets is also extremely important because, every day, if you can actually print it out and do the tracking sheet and send to me for feedback, or you can post it onto the Facebook group so that everyone can actually give some feedback to you, because I've always said to my clients and my students that those who track their progress are the ones that get the best results. And for those that are doing 8 weeks, 12 weeks, they even get a journal that they will be doing it. So if you like, you can either use the tracking sheet and post it every day, or I can give you an Excel spreadsheet that you can use. If that's easier, I will post that a bit later on. You can use that as well. So one or the other. But no matter what, do your tracking sheet and post it into your Facebook group for feedback and support. Then the third thing is the exercise tutorial. So that is from second week onwards. You can follow the exercise tutorial there for the 30 days. So that is what we've got here. So anything that you can see from the TLS 30-day Jumpstart Facebook group will certainly help you. But amongst yourselves, there are right now 16 of you, including Connie's 3 friends. There'll be 19 of you, right? That means, including myself, 20 of us in this particular group. We can each support each other. What I want you to know is that, of course, yes, you've actually hired me to be your coach. However, every single one of you in this group is able to support one another. I used to teach people one-on-one all the time, and people do get results. But since then, I found when I do a group setting like this, people actually get better results. The reason being, each of you, you can see each other. If any one of you who is not on video or camera, I would recommend that you share your screen, because then we can get to know each other. Put a name to a face, because since after this time we won't be going on Zoom anymore, then we will be able to know who is who, right? So basically what I would like to say is that as much as I am your first point of contact in terms of your 30-day coaching, each of you here, the people that you see in front of you, Patrick, Ian, Connie, Josephine, Charmaine, Sarah, Judy, Amy, Mary, Sarah. Oh, Mary just came in. Okay, and every one of you are each other's cheerleaders. And that's what I want to build a culture within all of my TLS groups, because when you are able to post your food, you're able to post what you do as your exercise, when you're able to even share your struggle and challenges, every single one of us are actually on the same wavelength, because you're all going through the same journey. So it's very good for us to support one another. Okay, but if there's anything that is confidential, you don't feel comfortable sharing, please feel free to contact me individually. I'm more than happy to support you that way. But it's wonderful if you are able to do that with helping one another. Okay, so now let me just continue with the PowerPoint. So any question before I continue in regards to the Facebook group? If you do, you can either unmute yourself and type it in the group chat. Wonderful, Sarah. Ben is doing it with you. I'm so glad to hear that. Mary, what if we already training? What does that mean, Mary? Are you training as in exercising, Mary?
Yes.
Okay. Then I would recommend at least do 4 days of detox and not do strenuous exercise, if at all possible, because while you are detoxing, and if you are doing strenuous exercise and training, that will not be beneficial to your cleansing of your body. So just imagine a car having dirty oil. It needs to be cleansed out, and the car needs to be still in order for the oil to be cleansed. And if you are doing training, if you're exercising very strenuously, the actual detoxing won't be as helpful. So is it possible for you to at least skip 4 days of strenuous exercise? Just do some walking, stretching, that's fine?
Yes, sure.
Good. And then as soon as you finish your detox, get back to your training, because that's what we want everyone to do from second week onwards, to do as much exercise as possible, Mary. Okay. We've got 2 Mary here. Oh, is that the same Mary?
Oh, no, yeah, Anissa's on
one
my
is
phone and
no,
we're on iPad.
Okay.
Yes.
Welcome. Wonderful to meet you. Okay. So now if you don't have any question about the Facebook group, then I would have a request that every single day, if you take a photo of your breakfast, your lunch, and your dinner, and put it into one collage and post it into a Facebook group. The reason why I ask you to do that is, first of all, when I see your portion size, when I see what you eat, when I see the colors of your food and stuff like that, I can actually give you feedback. Because I've realized that many people, they're not aware, their portion size might not be right, the type of food they put in, as their menu plans may not be correct. When I see that, I can give you some feedback. So that is the first thing. Every day for the next 30 days, take a photo, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and post that in one collage onto a Facebook group at the end of the day, then I will be able to give you all feedback. Is that okay, Theo? Do that, because I tell you, those who post regularly, again, are the ones that get the best results. I can't force you to post if you don't want to, but those that don't post, I can tell you for years, I've done this for 6 years now as a coach, everyone that posts a lot more are the ones that get best results. If you want to reach your wellness and weight loss goals, then please follow the system. Then just like majority of you are franchise owners here, if you follow the basic 5, you will get better results. If you follow the 4 pillars of, you know, the TLS, then you will get better results. So that's what I would like to request from you. And of course, your journal as well, which is the tracking sheet. Okay, so now let me just quickly go through a little bit of the education so you know what to expect. Okay. So again, you know, when you go to the Jumpstart coaching group, make sure you go to the files and go to the different topics, and then you'll be able to get familiarize yourself with the program. Now, there are 4 components of TLS, which majority of you have already seen that through the TLS overview that I did. But just to give you a bit of revision, very important while you're going through the next 30 days and beyond as you reach your wellness and weight loss goals, to focus on these 4 things. Low glycemic impact eating, improving body composition, supplementation, and education. Always remember that weight loss is a magic, is science. So everything that are in these 4 cornerstones are scientifically based and will help you reach your body fat percentage reduction, whatever goals that you set yourself with your weight management. So low glycemic impact eating is very important because it helps us get into what we call a fat burning zone, and that is ideal for you to manage your weight, and also the areas that in between low to medium GI foods, whether it's vegetables, whether it's fruits, whether it's your lean protein or good fats, are the ones that you should consume most of the time. And if you have high GI foods that like, you know, sugary, soft drinks, and very high starch level or carbohydrates, then it will actually spike your sugar level up to a point that it will move you from fat burning to fat storage. Now, if you don't want to store fat in your body, whether it's your stomach body fat or, you know, by and large the whole body, then try to avoid as much as possible those high GI foods, right? So you can see up there, the 4 and 5, the green zone are the, you know, high GI area. And so as much as possible, you know, do consume food that is low GI, medium GI, and that will actually give you a balanced GI food, gets you back on track to what we call find your fit. Every single one of us would have different ways to find our fit. Some people may already be pretty healthy and fit. All you need is just maybe reduce a little bit of body fat, and that you'll be able to get into a pretty good ideal weight already. But others may have a bit more weight to lose. Finding your fit means that every single one of us will be doing things that may be slightly different. So here is some example of glycemic index food. So when we talk about glycemic index, low and medium are what we should focus on as much as possible. Below 55 is the most ideal, and glycemic index of 56 to 69 is okay, but nothing above 70. Anything that is above 70 in glycemic index is a no-no if you want to manage your weight. So say, for example, you can see in the middle, the green and the orange, vegetables and fruits, all of them are in low and medium glycemic index. Things like, you know, asparagus to spinach, all of these green veggies are 15 only. So that's definitely great low GI vegetables. When you go shopping, get those. And so even chickpeas and carrots are okay. However, if you take a look at grains on the left-hand side, far left-hand side, you would see that things like, you know, muesli, potatoes, white rice, you know, couscous, bread and stuff like that are way above, you know, 50 to 60, or even 70, 80. So all of these are high glycemic impact food and starches. So we don't recommend every single one of you during these 30 days to consume any of that, okay? So try to limit, if not totally eliminate, the grains and the starches, okay? Then on the right-hand side, we've got proteins. Majority of proteins are pretty good if they are lean, you know, like beans, lentils, and of course, you know, a lot of the meat that is particularly white meat is better than red meat, but you know, proteins, lean proteins are what we are encouraging you to take. And dairy during this time, try to avoid, okay? So that's the glycemic impact. Now, when it comes to body composition, what we want each of us to do is to transition from a fat storing lifestyle to a fat burning lifestyle, because if you're able to burn fat, then your body composition will then become better. So we're talking more about the body fat, the visceral fat, which is the fat around the organs. Even people that might look skinny, but then if your visceral fat is high, that means that you may be obese from that perspective. So it's very important for you to understand that you need to increase your metabolism, because our muscle can help us dictate metabolism. That's why when we talk about body composition, not the first week, but from the second week onwards, when we do fat shredder menu plan and program, we need you to actually do a lot more exercises that will build your muscle. So it's not good enough to just go for cardiovascular, running, swimming. You also need to do some strength-based, you know, and body weight type training to help you improve your metabolism, but also stretching as well as some kind of flexibility exercises are fantastic as well. And so if you want to increase your metabolism, your goal is to actually increase your muscle to fat percentage. So less fat, more muscle, rather than more fat and less muscle, like you can see on the right-hand side, then your metabolism will be slower. Okay, and now, as I mentioned, I would like every single one of you to do initial weight measurements as well as your body fat, if you can actually measure that through a measuring tape and a scale. If you don't have a 10-liter scale, which I don't assume you would, then use a normal scale just to measure how many kilos, but make sure you have a measuring tape so that you can measure at least your chest, your waist, and your hips. When you're able to do that, you realize that sometimes even though your weight may not reduce, it could well be the fact that you have more muscle and you drink more water. You get into a good habit of that. But if your centimeters or inches have reduced, that will also show you're healthier. The second thing I would like you to do, apart from measuring your weight every week for the next 4 weeks, is to take your before photo. So if you can do that on Wednesday morning, then post it either in the Facebook group or send to me through WhatsApp to keep you accountable. What you do is to take front, side, and back photo. Best to take with bathing suit or gym gears is better. And of course, if you can actually take a photo in front of a bare white wall, that would be best. So 3 things I've already mentioned that I would love for all of you to do. First is to measure your weight, your measurements on Wednesday, as well as taking your photo on Wednesday. Then every single day from Wednesday to the end of this 30-day, send me your food photo so that I can give you feedback as well as the tracking sheet. Now, before and after photo should be full body shot and take in front of a white bare wall and form-fitting athletic wear or swimwear. For guys, if you don't mind, just take it without any tops, then we can see it clearer. And photographic area should be well lit. Dim lighting is no good. So make sure you have light when you take photo. And the background, as I mentioned, should be a white bare wall, and then send to me, so that because a lot of you will see that after the end of this program, before and after, you'll be very proud of your success. But if you don't have a photo before and to compare with your after, then you don't actually have anything to compare, right? And the other good thing is once you actually have the before and after photo comparison, you then will be able to share with others too. They too may be able to come alongside with you to do this TLS 30-day Jumpstart, and you will then become a really good advocate for this program, Okay, and to take your measurements, as I mentioned, at least your chest, your hips, and your waist, 3 things. But if you want to take it more seriously, you can even take your bicep, your forearm, and your thigh. So if you want to do all of this, then of course use your measuring tape and put them into, in your journal, which I'm going to be sending you in an Excel spreadsheet if you want to use that. But otherwise, you can use the tracking sheet and then photocopy it and take a photo and send to me. Now for chest, measure around the torso, which is basically from the area under your breast and pads around your back. Then if you take measurements for your waist, it's around the torso starting at the navel, and with the hips area, measure around the fullest part of the body at the top of the legs while standing. And the bicep, forearm, and thigh are optional. But if you want to measure them, do that as well. That's also good. Now, when it comes to supplementation, it's extremely important because they are accelerators. They also help us to do our weight management so much better. So in terms of our 30-day jumpstart, we have nutrition shakes, isochrome, OPC3 multivitamin, and aloe. And if you want to actually get even better results, I would recommend you get more products from Global that would be suitable for your particular needs. See, one thing that I'd like to draw your attention to is that TLS is a program that is customizable, personalized, and comprehensive. So it doesn't mean that everyone needs to take all of the products, but whatever situations that you find yourselves, then you can take these products. And I'll explain what Ed's green coffee, CLA core trim tea, trim cafe can do for you. And if you need them, then I would recommend that you order that. You don't have to do that during these 30 days. If you order now, then you can possibly start after the 31st day. Okay, I can see there's some chat question. Can we have the flavored aloe, Mary? Not necessarily the best, because the flavored aloe has a little bit of natural sugar with the fruit. So if at all possible, while you are going through the detox week, use the natural one. However, if you finish the natural one from 2nd and 3rd week, that's okay, you can use the flavored aloe. But if you want to detox, the natural one is actually better, Mary. Okay, so this is the Jumpstart kit, and as I am aware that majority of you don't need to get this because you would already, whether you're my customers, existing customers, or unfranchised owners, you would already, most of you have OPC3, multivitamin, and aloe, I would imagine. But any one of you here don't have anything from here, I would recommend that you order it either through me as your coach or through your own website if you're an unfranchised owner. Okay, so first of all, the TLS tricks is very important. Starting from 2nd week, 1st week you don't take that, just from the 2nd week to the 4th week onwards, because it will give you enough protein and fiber. Of course, we don't recommend skipping meals, but if you do need to skip meals, like have breakfast for TLS shakes is okay. But generally, we say that TLS is more for snacks. Okay, so the other thing I would like you to remember, which is an ethos that all of my TLS students always hear me talk about, and that is protein and fiber at every meal, including snack, make losing weight no big deal. What that means is from now on, you need to be having the mindset that every single meal that you have, be it breakfast, lunch, and dinner, afternoon tea, or morning tea, make sure that you have source of lean protein and source of fiber. It can be vegetables, it can be nuts and stuff, but very important to marry both protein and fiber at your meal, because that will ensure that your weight management and healthy lifestyle be a reality. Okay, and TLS nutrition shakes contain 10 gram of fiber and 18 gram of protein. So you can see when it comes to fiber and protein, TLS nutrition shake is amazing, and we only have very, very little sugar compared to many other protein shakes out there. And it has a lot of vitamins and minerals, as well as a great fiber source called fiber soy. Now, the second product is isochrome. If you haven't got that, I would recommend definitely for you to order that because it's really great to control your cravings. I know that majority of people, either crave for carbs, for starches, for sweets, or unhealthy fat. When you take isochrome, it can help you, maintain, a healthy controlling of the cravings. So definitely take that while you are losing weight. And even for me now, I don't have to lose weight. I'm in continued commitment. I still take isochrome because it helps me to have a really healthy blood sugar level all the time. And in isochrome, we have chromium, which is fantastic in helping us to move all of the glucose from the bloodstream into the cells. So it's really good for metabolism as well. Okay, and so as you can see, isochrome, you only need to take 1 serving a day, which is basically, the 60 ml of water with 1 cap. And it's got amazing ingredients like vitamins, minerals, amino acids, enzymes, coenzyme Q10, and chromium. And that helps not only for us to curb our cravings, it also helps us with our heart health, muscular strength as well. So if you are wanting to build your muscle, isochrome has to be part of that regimen. Next is Ultimate Aloe Juice. Ultimate Aloe Juice, as I mentioned to Mary just now, very important to start off if you're doing detox, the natural one. Then when you finish, then you can use the flavored one. Okay, I see, Judy. When do we take the isochrome? Isochrome, while you're doing the 30 days, I would recommend you take that in between your afternoon snack and your dinner. So say about, let's say if you have your afternoon snack at 3:30, 4 o'clock, and your dinner at 6 o'clock, maybe about 4:30, 5 o'clock, you can take your isochrome. So just take that separately from your morning, OPC3, and multivitamin, and if you're also taking daily essentials kit separately. Good question there, Judy. And the other thing about aloe vera is that it's an enzymes, plant enzymes that actually help you to digest your food and absorb the nutrients. And so it's really good to help you with your body. If you actually cook your food with too high the temperature, it will actually destroy the enzymes, and the Ultimate Aloe can help you with that digestive health, your gut health. So that means it's not only able to help you detoxing your body, it will help you to actually protect your digestive health, which is very, very important. And in our Ultimate Aloe, we have a lot of great plant enzymes from vegetables, raw food, which is really, really crucial to our health. And one thing that is very important to be aware of is that our Ultimate Aloe has what we call the IASC, which is International Aloe Science Council seal. And that means we are of the top of the range aloe content and purity. So it's not really something that is comparable. A lot of other aloe juice out there is very highly diluted with so much sugar, but ours is pure. Ours is great in all of the content that we have. So something to drink every single day. You can add that with water as well. The other thing is isotonics, multivitamin, and OPC3. They are extremely important in helping you to cleanse, the body free radical attack. Because our body, is constantly being attacked by, antioxidants is very important by free radicals. So you can imagine our body is like an apple or banana. If you put it into, an environment like, let's say in the kitchen with very hot temperature, after a few days, it becomes rusty, it becomes brown. It's the same with our body. When we actually are being attacked by free radicals, which is happening all the time, and even when you're doing exercise, that will be happening, you definitely need antioxidants. So OPC3 is one of the most superior antioxidants with pinogenol, pine bark extract, grapeseed extract, bilberry extract, and citric extract in there to help us, cleanse out all the free radicals. And multivitamin is also extremely important in that it helps us to absorb a lot of the great vitamins and minerals that are needed. It actually contains more than what we need of what we call our DI, recommended daily intake. So it helps us with our overall health, including sleep, including immunity, metabolism. So all of that needs to be taken daily as well. So these are some of the TLS supplements that you don't necessarily need to take during this 30 days, but may want to consider after the 30 day if you continue, with issues like overeating, if you are stressed, if you want to tone up your body, if you want to burn fat, then these are the extra global shop TLS supplements that you can consider. And TLS Trim Tea is something I highly recommend that you take because it actually helps so much, even for people that I've had a lot of students and TLS clients that don't do as much exercises due to the fact that they may have been, having issues with their body, with, not being able to exercise too much because of injuries and stuff like that. But those people that take Trim Tea are able to actually still lose weight and body fat percentage. And I mean, not to say that you don't do exercise. Exercise is still important if you can do it. But, if you know of people that don't necessarily are able to do much exercise, then Trim Tea can certainly help. I see so many testimonials. Trim Cafe is another one which is similar to Trim Tea, but then of course it's a coffee. The effects are similar, but it's just coffee, right? Finally, the fourth cornerstone of our TLS is education. Now, education is extremely important because it teaches you how to eat, and not just what to eat, and it helps you to understand many of the things that you might not be aware of when you're trying to be living a healthy lifestyle. So that's why when we coach, when we talk to you about the various content, we do have a whole lot of education that will be inbuilt into these 30 days. Of course, apart from my coaching, you can look at TLS downloadable health guide, which you can order from your coach or the back office. And another very, very good source of education is your au.tlslim.com. That is a website that you can go into to learn a lot about TLS as well. And so that's basically what I'd like to share with you tonight in regards to what you need to get ready in terms of your jumpstart with all of these products. And at the same time, the two different phases. Phase one, starting from this week till next week for 7 days, 4 to 7 days, is your detox week. And so just follow the booklet that is in your Facebook group and follow the rules, follow the daily food intake and serving. And then phase two is the fat shredding or fat burning phase, where it will be the next 3 weeks after the first week, okay? And you will then need to incorporate exercise into it, follow the rules as well as the food servings over there as well. Now, again, as I mentioned, I've already uploaded the TLS 30-day Jumpstart Program recipes. In there, there are amazing recipes that you can just follow if you're not the type that are used to cooking. This is pretty simple. You can just follow every single one of the menu recipes in there, is really TLS detox and fat burning friendly. So you can follow that. And you can download that from the Facebook group and, or print it out as well. And again, we have a TLS 30-day Jumpstart exercise guide where it will actually show you what you can do. And I will, in the course of the 30-day, every single day, I will post something in our Facebook group to show you different videos from our TLS trainers, certified coaches, and also resources and tips as well. So again, go into your Facebook group regularly, then you'll be able to be held accountable, post your food, post your results, even post your challenges. Then one another, we are in this together, okay, to support, to encourage. I really would love to build a culture that is not just me, but every single one of you here are each other's cheerleader, okay? And so any question, if you want to unmute yourself or put into the group chat, I will answer them before we call it a night. Thank you, Judy. Creating the informative face. Yeah, this Facebook group is actually going to be a very nice duplicate of what I learned from the TLS trainer all the way from the US. They are the best leaders that I've learned from. Melanie Nelson, who is the TLS director of sales, and then Susan Howe is the TLS director of training. I actually had to go all the way to the US to become a TLS trainer to be training you guys. So for me to be learning from them, and I've done two, one US one TLS Aussie 30-day Jumpstart group, which at the time was called Get Lean During Quarantine. And I'm aware that there are a few of you who were in that group as well. But then now is my third time doing this with you guys. So I'm very happy to be able to serve you, to support you, and know that I'm the type of coach that you can always approach. Any question, any challenges, don't be afraid to approach me. I'm here for you. My goal as a TLS coach is not just to see this as a business. This to me is a mission, is a calling from God, is an assignment that I really want to help people reach their wellness and weight loss goals. So because of that, I want you all to get the results that you want to achieve your goals. So before I finish, I would love to invite Connie, who is my buddy and TLS coach in this round, where she has a lot of experiences in TLS, both low glycemic impact training as well as detox. As most of you have already watched the TLS overview that I did with her, she's someone that is really wonderful in showing the different foods as well and cooking. So Connie, if you can just spend the next 3 minutes before we head off to share your experience with us, please, Connie.
Okay. Hello, everyone. Thank you, Kitty, for all this information. I think for detox, main thing is planning. So when you do your grocery, you plan ahead, you know, what do you do? Because basically, from my point of view, when you do cooking, once you plan ahead, you can enjoy. Yeah. So I hope that you remember what I share in the breakfast. Normally, I will take some protein and some fiber as well. So what I normally would take is egg, you know, or some of the chicken, or even tuna. During the lunch, you know, between lunch, you do some vegetable stick. And then when you feel really, really hungry, or you feel not well, what I normally do, I try to direct, you know, my focus. So you drink more water or talk to people, walk around, just trying to know why you're doing this program. Talk to us. You know, we now have a very nice Facebook. If you have any challenges, you feel uncomfortable, tell us. Probably we'll share with you what is going on and what is the tips, and maybe we're just talking to us to, you know, forget all the challenges. But for the first 3 days, you probably will feel headache, okay, honestly. So drink more water, that will help, and do some very light walking around your office, or just do some moving, walking in your inside your house. Yeah, so I think after you finish this detox, the second week is much easier. Okay, so I think I will share some of the recipe, because my friend Kara also the first time.
Yes.
So we probably will share a lot of our menu and what we are eating. Hopefully that will help you as well. So I hope everyone will be successful. Just remember why you're doing that. Make it fun, and also make it, you know, more colorful. You know, my tips to do, make it happy, make your meal look colorful. Okay, so I normally go to purple, red, you know, think about all these colors, you know what to eat, what to buy. Okay, so plan ahead. That's the main tips. And if you have any question, feel free to communicate with us on the Facebook. We will support you from there.
Thank you, Connie. Appreciate that. I see that Josephine has a question. Natural oats okay for breakfast? No, because oats is actually a type of starch and carbohydrates, so we don't recommend that, you know. So make sure you try as much as possible, you know, vegetables, fiber, eggs would be perfect, you know, as breakfast, and, you know, as much as lean protein and fiber. So oats, wait till when you get to a point where you're going to be doing short and steady menu plan, then you can have oats again. Okay, Josephine? And
Okay.
any other question before we finish off for tonight? No question? Well, if you'll just give me a thumbs up, I'm going to take a photo just to remember that we've actually started this program through a Zoom. Okay, smile. Wonderful. All right, so thank you everyone. So if I can get you all to in the Facebook group, maybe just start typing your goals if you don't feel a bit shy. What's your goal? Why are you doing this TLS 30 day? I know that majority of us want to be healthier, want to lose some weight, but if you can actually specifically talk about, how many kilos, what sort of things you want to achieve. Let's say I want to be able to fit into my jeans, or I want to be able to play with my kids with more energy and stuff like that. That would be a really good thing. Okay, so if you don't have any more questions right now, please feel free to ask questions. Don't be shy at all in putting your question into the Facebook group. Okay, so until we chat again on Facebook, take care everyone, and I'm here for every single one of you, and I wish you all the very best in reaching your weight loss goals. All right, take care. Bye everyone. Good night.
Bye.
Thank you, Kitty. Good night. Good night.
When 1st of July?
1st of July, which is Wednesday, that's right. And if you haven't got the